Hey, what's up, guys? It's the 21st today of August, and hope all you guys are doing well. How you doing, Matt? Even though we discussed yesterday.
I'm doing all
What's
right. Just
all right, all right,
just
all right.
another day in this summer of pandemic 2020.
Yep, yep. So, first topic of today. Recently, I saw this today actually. The first official video game bar in Tokyo opened up, which is pretty dope to me. And apparently there was ones that opened up before, but they got shut down because they didn't have. I don't know if there was something wrong with like copyrights and stuff, and they didn't have the right things, so obviously they got in trouble for that.
Is this one based
So
around? Is this one like based around like a certain video game or something, or is it just like
I
video
think they
games in
have a
general?
bunch of different ones. I think they had something with Sega was like one of the things that they own, like they had video games of.
It's pretty cool.
And so pretty much what I read is like I guess the whole concept of the video game bar is while people are paying for drinks and stuff, like having a good time, you're able to play all the games for free. So I think that's pretty cool. And I would, you would think something like that would be in the U.S., but we just don't. I don't. People just don't value it as much here, right?
Yeah, they there's definitely an audience that would be interested in that, but I don't know. Japan is just like a different level. That's why they have all like their arcades and stuff in Japan. Is like because people
Yeah,
actually go to them.
exactly.
Like you don't look at like the U.S. right now. There's really no like arcades. Yeah, you have the ones at like the boardwalks and stuff, but I don't count those because most of the stuff they have there aren't actual games. It's just like the crane games and like
And
mo-
they're all rigged. It's
it's
claw machines that are
all
pretty much
claw
rigged.
machine rigged games and like just games to win like shitty prizes and stuff. No like actual games just to like have fun and play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the arcade thing in the U.S. is like done pretty much. It's like not non-existent. And it would be cool to see if they like brought something like that back, like a bar. Like I think there'd be people interested to go to something like that. But the issue is it's going to be a really small audience compared to Japan. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like like people here just want to drink and they don't like they're not looking to do like other stuff. So they'd be like, what's the point of the arcade? So I can see why no company ever has invested in
You also have
something.
that Dave and Buster's, which I think you
Oh,
get.
that's true. We have that. I
But
completely forgot
again,
about Dave and
that's
Buster's.
another thing. No one. It's another like just the prize thing. The boardwalk. I feel.
I've never been, so I would. They don't have like they wouldn't have like classics like Sega stuff there,
No,
right? Or
no, no,
would
no,
they?
no. They have like newer stuff, and it's not. None of it's really like really interesting. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I wouldn't say interesting. It's just like all the stuff in like the Sega arcades in Japan. They're all like they have like retro stuff, and they also have like newer stuff. So like it kind of evens out for like everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty dope idea, and I think if it was done in the U.S., I think it would have to be in a good spot where they had a huge audience. That way, it would go. I mean, I think if they advertised it well, they could make one here and do good with it, but I don't see it happening. All right,
Maybe like the New York, maybe in like New York or something.
yeah, maybe there is one that I just don't know about, but I think there might be a. I think it would be a good thing to do in the U.S., but who knows? All right, next topic. So as you guys know, I'm not big on anime, but Matt wanted me to watch Sword Art Online, so I gave it a shot today. Watched the first episode. So I thought it was.
How'd you like it?
I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. Like he logs in into like the video game world, and he's like living there, and like he's having fun. And then the one guy's like, he's like, hold on, I gotta I gotta log out. And then he goes to log out, and there's no log out button. And I was like, uh oh. And then so like they're like, oh, you gotta get the game master, or whatever. I'm probably mispronouncing every character in this thing, but the
Kirito.
game got Kirito, and then this guy comes down. He's like, you're not allowed to leave, and I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And then it reminded me of so like at first when they were thinking about logging out, the one guy lived alone, so he was like, holy shit, no one's gonna take off my headset, so I'm gonna end up becoming like brain dead or whatever. And then the other guy was like, the other main character was like, oh no, I'm gonna be fine because I have a mom and a sister, and like they expect me to be ready for dinner. And I was like, oh crap. And it reminded me of that Black Mirror episode where the guy's like lives alone and he gets stuck in that virtual reality thing.
Yeah, and they his like parent that whoever that was who said that with his parents or whatever, they can't take it off his helmet because like if they do
Yeah.
it'll fry his brain.
Yeah, so then they all get like called to like this main hub or whatever. And then they're like this guy comes down and starts discussing and he's like, "Yeah, he goes, you can't leave the game." And then he was like, people already have tried to leave by like their families and take their headsets off and they like died in real life and in the game. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, I'll
But
admit what
go
tell me,
ahead.
well I was just gonna say I'll admit I don't really like so the entire like Sword Art Online is not like definitely not one of my favorites of the anime genre. Uh, just I really like only like certain parts of it. Like I think maybe like this first part, maybe the first 13 episodes of that first season, and then I like season 3. Season 3 is like really fun. Uh, I find I also find that the concept, just the general concept, like the virtual reality stuff, and how you can just like you're just actually inside the game. I found that pretty cool. Not the no log out thing. I think that's lame, but obviously, but just the whole concept of being able to be inside a video game is cool. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, so like his why what was I can't remember the reason he wanted people to be like immersed in this video game because he wanted to have like his control like his own little world for them, which I thought was pretty like morbid because pretty much he wants people to die
Yeah,
because he knows that they're not going to complete the game since there's like 400 levels. I mean, what's the odds that there's obviously because I've seen how animes go. There's probably only gonna be like one person that completes the game.
it's like eh, not exactly. It's hard to like explain without spoiling anything for you since you haven't seen anything else. But
Mm-hmm.
no, it kind of is like after like this like cool hype, it's kind of like a thriller type part, kind of like a little horror bit with like just how like scary the whole situation is. Uh,
Oh yeah, dude, I would be that. Yeah,
but
that was
like
scary. When the blood was like
it gets
dripping down or
that
whatever from when he
the
came
issue I
down.
have is that like after like the first 13 episodes, it kind of like takes a different direction with how it wanted with how it wants to tell its story, and let's just say it's not for the better. It's definitely there's definitely the weaker parts of the show, and some there's definitely some scenes that knowing you know you don't like your sexual stuff. Oh boy, you'd be scoffing at it. You'd be
Oh
like,
yeah, I just find it weird
you'd
in
be like, what's
anime.
going on? No.
Yeah, in anime
That's
it's weird.
yeah.
But overall,
I don't.
this show looked pretty
Again,
cool.
I don't give a shit about no sexual shit. So Mike's the only one who actually cares about that. So yeah,
But
I just look at it. I'm just like, ah, well, anime will be anime.
yeah, it's whatever.
What else?
But yeah, it's a pretty. It looks like a pretty solid concept show. Like, I mean, it's definitely a cool concept. I just look at it and I know I like you said, like how it tends to once they get away from like the 13 episodes, I feel like they're probably gonna drag something out or it's not gonna go as good as you like it to be.
No, it just takes a different direction, and I feel like it only really gets back on track during that third season, with like
Which is
how
out right now.
yeah it's like part 3 of the third season. So there's been like oh boy, it's been a lot of episodes already in that third season. Probably in the episode like 40 or something now, something like that. There's been a lot of episodes.
That's pretty dope. But next part is, do you think something like this is ever gonna happen in our society?
Oh,
Go.
like just the whole virtual reality.
Virtual reality video game, so immersive that you don't want to leave.
Yeah, so I think it will happen eventually. Like we got people like Elon Musk who just like are making like technology out of his
Oh wait,
ass.
real quick side note. Tesla is a great company run by Elon Musk. You would be stupid not to invest anything, whether it's a fractional share or anything into Tesla, because Elon Musk is going to run the world someday. I'm telling you right now, you heard it here first. And I know Matt agrees with me. I know he thinks Elon Musk is a genius, correct?
Oh no, he's definitely has a lot of good ideas with, and he's able to just with all the stuff he does and how he just uses his money. It's kind of crazy how he's able to like just invent new things.
And you know how he got rich? He got rich from investing in PayPal.
PayPal, I know. Yep.
That's crazy, dude. Yep. But now back on track. What were you saying about the immersive game?
Oh, so I definitely see like someone like Elon definitely making something like that, like technology. It's able to make it so like your brain gets transferred inside the game, inside a video game, and like you can like do stuff. But my big issue with it not actually being like as cool as like Sword Art Online has it think you would be, is like when you think about it like in a realistic sense, like if you had that much like power in a video game and like you're in a video game to like just do whatever the heck you want, like what's the point of going out in the real world anymore? There is no there like I don't understand like unless you want to eat food to not die and like go to the bathroom, like that's like the only things I can think of. But everything else, like if you have like a meeting or something for your work, what you can just do in the game. There's so much other stuff. People are gonna be so immersed in this game that it will just collapse society. The economy will collapse. Because everybody just wants to play the game. They have no. They have no. They're gonna think like, why should I go outside anymore? The game is so much better. I can do so much cooler stuff in this game. You know.
See, now, while I agree with you on some parts, I think that if there was a way they could make like time, like so, like a minute in the video game would be like a couple hours in real life. Like if they could slow down time like that.
What? Are you?
And
do you mean that? Do you mean the opposite? Like a couple hours in the video game means like a couple minutes in real life?
Oh yeah, my bad. The opposite.
Okay, yeah.
If
If that was the case, why would you even play that video game?
Yeah, well, you just waste your whole life in the video game.
Yeah.
It'd be like from Rick and Morty. What's that one thing? He's
Not
taking
sure.
Roy off the map. Remember that from Interdimensional Kid?
the Roy one. Yep.
It was when they go to I forget the place, but whatever. So yeah. So what Matt said. So I think it'd be cool because then like what if they could do like schooling or stuff like in the virtual reality? Like you could learn so much in like a short amount of time. Like that would be amazing because like while you're just getting more out of your time and more out of your life. So like instead of going to like college or something where you could do college in the virtual reality and it's like less time. I know that sounds like crazy, but I would assume it would be possible. I would assume they'd be able to like wire it somehow like that. I mean, look how far we've come in a lot of ways. You would expect something like this in the next 20 to 25 years at least.
All this
maybe
stuff,
even quicker.
all this stuff just gives too much power to people. They can just there's no reason for anything else. If you could do all this cool stuff in the game, so why risk your life going outside, driving to work, doing all this other stuff like that could like get you hurt or just make you emotionally depressed and stuff when you could have a nice fun old time in the video game. So I can't see it ever happening ever.
Now here's my next topic. So let's say this immersive thing happens and do you think you'd be able to feel sensation and like pain and stuff in the video game?
Well, okay. So in Sword Art Online, I know I'm just like saying that, but like they kind of make it they have their own kind of rules with that kind of thing. Like they make it so you can like taste stuff, and like it actually tastes like food. But I don't think the pain thing is there. That's not until the third season. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but like in the third season, something happens. It's like a kind of different like machine that they're using that's actually able to replicate actual pain. So that's like that's no fun. But I don't think in this current in the first season one, I don't think there's any sort of like pain recognizer. But yeah, I don't think I would want the pain recognizer because that's just asking for trouble.
Yeah, you don't want that. But yeah, just imagine how crazy it would be if like you could feel things in the video game. I imagine people would use it a lot for wrong then, right?
Oh, most certainly, Mike. Come on now. You gotta think about
going back to the Black Mirror episode.
Gotta think about Black Mirrors. You gotta think about humans in general. Come on now.
But I definitely think it's coming out, and it's gonna come out sooner than later. And the big worry would be now. Here's a question. Here's a hypothetical. Like I know we've discussed this before, but like, what if you're in the video game and the power goes off in your house? Are you gonna go like brain dead?
That's
Is it gonna
another
mess
see
up your nerves?
that's another issue you gotta worry about. You gotta think about, I don't know, what's gonna happen. Is it gonna be like a backup power system, like how like like fire alarms and stuff have that, like they're running on backup battery until the power comes back on. Because like if it would just went off, what's gonna happen? You're just gonna get logged out, or is it gonna like fire your brain or something from having a power surge? Never know.
You got to make sure you have the best internet in the world. You got to have that router connected
Yeah,
to
I
your.
can only like think like the most like logical scenario without it, like killing you from like a power surge or something is like if you just, I don't know, just it just logs you out and that's it, and like you just wake, like you come back to your, you bring back your consciousness to like real life. So yeah, it's not like killing you.
Well, I think it's. I haven't played like I've never used. What is it? The Oculus. I know that's out right now. Isn't it something like that?
Uh,
It's like a
I don't
virtual
know.
reality
Yeah, I
headset.
mean, there's a lot of them. Oculus, uh,
What's the one for the PS4?
Valve Index, PSVR, and HTC Vive. No one, speaking of the Oculus, no one's really gonna use that anymore because Facebook is making a thing where because Facebook owns Oculus, they're making a thing where you have to own a Facebook account in order to like access your Oculus. That's messed up because they're gonna, you know, why they're doing that,
Wait,
right?
wait, wait. Say that again. They're making you.
They're making it so that you have to log into your Facebook or something like a Facebook account in order to use your Oculus Rift device.
Why?
That's,
Because they don't want like.
I don't know. They just want people to go to. I think they want more people on Facebook or something, and you know that's just not. Facebook has been pretty shady lately with like the stuff they do, with like selling information to people. So
Yeah.
that's turning a lot of people off. And people are thinking about selling their Oculus Rifts.
Do you think it would be like I know the in Black Mirror you just put like those two little circles like on your temple area. Do you think it's gonna be like a huge headset, or do you think it's gonna end up being like really like just a VR type headset thing, or do you think it's gonna be like little tiny circles like in Black Mirror?
Well, I think it'll be like at first like it's usually like I mean,
Big at first, yeah.
bigger at first. Everything's like that. Look at the first phones, big boxes, then to small, all the way to cell phones now, or like TVs, giant boxes to all the way to small flat screen TVs now. So it's always gonna be like that, where like the bigger stuff and then it gets relatively smaller over time.
And like I mean it would be awesome if they like I mean but how cool would it be if you could play this immersive, like obviously there'd be probably like a hub where you'd like kind of like sort of online where like everyone can kind of gather, but there'd have to be like a game like or it's just open world like anything goes, but you know I know that's giving the people way too much power because if anything goes there's gonna be so much crazy shit going on in that video game.
Yeah.
Like the servers would like they'd have to shut everything down. Like I could see an instance where like this does get published or something in like the next 20 years and then they have to pull it from the market because it messes up so many people like psychologically, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, most certainly.
Oh, it's
That's why
going
I
to
can't.
make
I
people
can't.
go
I
crazy.
can't see. But that's why. Look, there's too many cons to how cool it would be, so I can never see it actually happening.
Oh, it's going to make people go crazy.
There's gonna be things like there's like tech companies and like all like the governments are just gonna like make laws saying they can't do this kind of stuff when the technology becomes
Yeah.
available because there's just too many there's too many cons to it that could ruin the world.
Yeah, way too many cons. And especially if like people that have like mental health issues, it's definitely going to mess you up. Because like you're gonna get too immersed into it and then you're gonna think it's real life and then once you go out into the real world you're gonna be like wow the real world it sucks so much more.
Yep.
But then it could help people at the same time, you know what I mean? Because like if you give them the escape, like if somebody is
Or
like
if it,
bedridden,
yeah, someone who's like
like for
paralyzed.
them
See, that's like a pro, I
that's
guess.
Avatar, isn't that Avatar? Isn't
Yeah,
that what the
yeah,
one guy is?
yeah.
Yep.
In the movie Avatar, the blue Avatar, not the last Airbender Avatar.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, wrong Avatar.
you know, he's able to just he's like he's paralyzed and he's able to go into that body, the Avatar body, and just walk around, which is really cool.
But yeah, I think it has pros, but at the end of the day, it's probably going to end up with a lot of cons. But I want to see it happen, and it's going to happen. I hope Elon Musk is the one that develops it. It'd be so dope if he
I
did.
hope Elon Musk knows like the severities of what will happen if he does it wrong, and like how we can like try and make it so make rules and stuff so that it doesn't turn out like the way I think it's going to turn out.
It's going to be tough though, because I'm trying to think how you make like I don't know how the rules would work. Like if you're about to do something, it like just kicks you from the game if it's going against the rule.
I
Like
don't know.
maybe if they had like people monitoring the game, but then people like they have cops in the fucking game.
Yeah.
But they have to have like some overseer or something like that. That like his whole job is just to like if you're put in like a certain area, his whole job is just to watch over this area, and then like you can get suspended. And then who knows? Maybe you get like maybe if you do something in there, you get like arrested in real life for something. Like they actually punish you so in real life time. So like you're like more like, oh no, I can't do it. But then that defeats the whole purpose of everything. So who knows, dude? It's wild. Anything else you want to say
Nah,
about this?
that's about it. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for today, Mike. We'll see
Yep.
you guys. See you guys next time. And Matt and Mike save the world.
Yep. Watch us on you can see us on Anchor, Apple Music, and we just uploaded a YouTube recently. So please subscribe to our channel, subscribe to our podcast, tune in. We'll be back probably in a couple days. We're just gonna keep trying to update you guys on entertainment, video games, everything we like. So stay tuned,
So long.
boys. So long.